Welcome, my precious friends and family. This is Anrita Melchizedek, and I'd like to welcome you to Melchizedek's Gold and Purple Initiate's Cloak of Light and the 12 Initiations of Light telewebinar at this powerful time on the tail end of the equinox energies and the new moon solar eclipse. There have been numerous planetary activities of light that have culminated in this now moment, in which we are now able to experience our Adam-Kadmon body of light with a deep sense of knowing of ourselves as initiates of light and way showers to Mother Earth and all her life. The new moon solar eclipse merges into a deeper level of the myths, roles and stories we are creating and co-creating individually and collectively to experience heaven on earth and the new earth templates of light. It is a passageway that continues the dance of the divine masculine and divine feminine archetypes, with a focus on the divine masculine and the energy of Mars, which takes us into greater leadership and creative roles as we draw upon the divine will and power within us and around us, amplified in this now through the new moon solar eclipse, the sun, central sun, great central sun and galactic center. And as we experience the eclipse multidimensionally, we draw upon the parallel realities of the roles of leadership we have experienced in each now moment and the myths and legends that take us into the next level of our service work in initiative, balance and individuation within the collective Christ consciousness and the I Am Avatar consciousness of light. In essence, at this now moment, the subconscious mind in particular aligns deep into the will of God. It takes us out of doubting ourselves as we collectively align and hold the higher light encodings for ourselves and all life on the sacred earth through the overlighting of our beloved I Am Presence. What we have been transmuting individually and collectively now moves us beyond the duality of the third dimension into the sustaining vibration of unity consciousness, and with this, the belief in ourselves and our gifts, immeasurable and incomparable to others. The recognition and knowing of our magnificence as these sacred transfiguring flames of divine love takes us out of comparative measures, as well as giving us the ability to deepen the creative inspirations of our individual puzzle pieces within the collective Christ consciousness. Some of us may still be experiencing the purging of the lower mind and lower bodies, and this transmuting may make us feel momentarily off balance as we further activate our Adam-Kadmon body of light, our divine human body of light, our divine God body of light. However, this energetic process is coming to an end now as we move collectively into the next level of God's infinite perfection by the grace of God. God's infinite perfection shows us that we are truly weaving the stories and myths of divine love and unity consciousness within our lives and the lives of those around us. And we find too that we become more gentle and grounded and loving to ourselves and others, slowing down, embracing and appreciating the divinity of each feeling, thought, emotion and experience. No matter the resonance, no matter the energy, we embrace all within our heart and within our love, and this is what we give out. And with this, we no longer need to do the dance of the victim, persecutor or martyr consciousness. Where we are now, precious hearts, is having the ability to experience both fifth and sixth dimensional fields of cosmic Christ consciousness, and to hold this level of crystalline consciousness within the physical body and energy field. This further assists us to move beyond the external noise and the astral plane, to receive deeper impressions, transmissions, insights, and the knowing of our light work and ability to be creatively inspired through the divine light and divine will of God. In this telewebinar, we are invited to travel in soul consciousness into the pyramid of mythology above the grids in Europe and receive Lord Melchizedek's gold and purple initiatory cloak of light, which will assist us and guide us through 12 initiations of light, taking us deep into self-mastery, into the sustaining light of God's divine love and the patterns of perfection, with a knowing of ourselves as priests and priestesses to the order of Melchizedek. Each initiation of light takes us deep into our collective and personal stories and myths. As we move through each initiation, we are guided to complete each initiation with the assistance of a symbol or tool that manifests through and within our Melchizedek Gold and Purple Initiatory Cloak of Light, as well as integrating the archetypal energies associated with each initiation. These initiations are the initiation of remembrance, the initiation of transmutation, the initiation of purpose through joy, the initiation of balance and equilibrium, the initiation of compassion and loving kindness, the initiation of power, the initiation of abundance and manifestation, the initiation of illumination, wisdom and knowledge, the initiation of sacred sexuality, the initiation of harmony and peace, the initiation of detachment, and the initiation of transcendence. So let us now set our sacred space as we come together in this unparalleled planetary activity of light, lifting us into the 5th and 6th dimensional fields of consciousness, the dimensional fields of light that we are now able to sustain and hold within our own energy fields, and the knowing that we are here in the creation of the pathways of divine love for ourselves and others, through the transmutation of the reflections of our stories that have mirrored the 3-dimensional realities in order to transmute this for humanity. We call in the overlighting of Mother, Father, God, taking us deeper into the cosmic heart of creation, taking us deeper into the love of all creation, the knowing that we are love, in the knowing that we are supreme creator in form, and we experience the magnificence of God's creation through the magnificence of ourselves, as we place our hands upon our hearts and say to ourselves, I love you, giving our full names now. I love you. I love you. As we start to connect into the unity grid of divine love within us and around us, linking to the light workers and star-seated ones, joining us energetically, joining us in this transmission of light or listening to this recording. As we come together at this higher light level now, we connect to the Christed ETs, to the Pleiadians and the Sirians, the Andromedans and Nocturians, all of the light, the Brotherhood of the Light and Lord Melchizedek, the archangels and their divine feminine counterparts, the mighty Elohim and their divine feminine counterparts, the Ray Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Almore, Kutumi, Serapis Bey, Paul the Venetian, Hilarion, Sananda, Saint Germain, Lady Portia, Mother Mary, Alagobi, Kuan Yin, and Pallas Athena. Connect to Lord Buddha, the planetary Logos, Sanat Kumara, the bridge to Solar Christ consciousness, Helios and Vesta, the Solar Logi, Melchior, the galactic Logos, Alpha and Omega, and all the beings of light beyond the suns and central suns and great central suns, amplifying the magnificence of creation through all the suns of light, illuminating our own God and Goddess energies as the sons and daughters of God, walking this pathway of divine love. We call in our own master guides and our guardian angels and all other beings of light we personally acknowledge, as we find ourselves grounding into the crystal heart of Mother Earth and breathing deep into the body. Perhaps you may like to visualize a grounding cord, any color of your choosing, coming from the sacral chakra and taking that into the energy of the earth. Perhaps you may like to visualize roots coming from the feet chakra into the energy of the earth. And with this, having a sense of being centered and rooted and firmly in the body, which comes from slowing down, comes from conscious awareness, comes from the appreciation of self, the loving of self, being kind and nurturing to oneself, as this is reflected through our energy to those around us. And whenever we start to feel stress, whenever we start to feel that we are moving too quickly, feeling unsafe or off balance, or cut off in different ways from those around us, we simply slow down and we breathe. And we do this now, breathing deep into the body, expanding the lower abdomen as you breathe in, contracting the lower abdomen as you breathe out. Just breathing and centering and slowing down as we visualize now this beautiful silver gold flame of sacred sexuality, further bringing us into a deeper level of the healing of the wounds of our relationships, the wounds of humanity. This beautiful silver gold flame of light activates through the overlighting of the Syrian Archangelic League of the Light, who guide us in this sacred year of 2015 into the 6-dimensional templates, and in particular into the healing of the wounds of our relationships, so we can understand and experience the sacred sexual energy of creation that amplifies our creativity, that creates a reunion of hearts, and in particular and initially the reunion of ourselves through the rebalancing and integration of our divine masculine and divine feminine spirits. And for a moment we see our divine feminine spirit to the left of us and our divine masculine spirit to the right of us. We see what our divine feminine spirit looks like, representing the love, the gentleness, the nurturing energy that we give to ourselves, simply loving us unconditionally. And our divine masculine spirit, having a sense of the shape, the energy, the form of this protector, of this Father energy, of this loving energy, of this strength and courage, and spiritual warrior energy that gives our creation strength to stand in our power, that assists us as we align our will deeper to the will of the divine, which amplifies now in this sacred moment, and in particular allows the subconscious mind to activate into a greater level of light, in the knowing of the magnificence of ourselves, the knowing of our uniqueness, of our gifts, immeasurable and incomparable to one another, as our divine masculine and divine feminine spirits merge into a new level of wholeness and balance. We let go and embrace the remnants of the lesser than consciousness, the lack of self-worth or lack of self-esteem, as well as the spiritual arrogance, the greater than consciousness, believing that we are better than others. We are simply what we are, and we honor ourselves and what we bring and share with the collective, our uniqueness, our individuation within the collective consciousness of light. Inkoino mosina kikaya, inkoino mosika kiana, inkoino mosia kika, inkoino mosika kia, enomoshina sika kia, inkoino mosina kia, inkoino mosia mosina kia, inkakiana masina, inkoiko mosika kia, inomoshia kia, inkakiono moshina sia. A pyramid was placed above the grids over Europe, creating great mythologies for the souls to experience. The soul who creates through this pyramid goes by the frequency Triogenes, the storyteller. He is one who can capture the imagination of one soul or all souls as he weaves the patterns of his stories throughout the energies of the matrix. These patterns would appear to repeat in cycles, each with its own cast of characters, incorporated in a body of work that would have no beginning nor end, but would weave forever, creating new stories. Woven into the fabric of each myth are the keys of the creational process. These myths would be regarded as the great mysteries of the creation of humanity. And these myths would take on many dimensions and lessons in which the souls would select one or more roles. Myths are not bound by space nor time, and may be entered as the souls may desire. Let us enter into the halls of the pyramid of mythological rendering. There you will be able to interact in all myths at the same time by merely placing your consciousness into their matrix. For it is here that I, Thoth the scribe, write many of the storylines as dictated to me by the souls. Perhaps you and I can create a myth of our own, for in truth, all is myth, myth is all. Welcome, sweet ones. It gives us great pleasure to be with you in this sacred, unparalleled now moment. And through these beautiful planetary activities of light, the new moon solar eclipse and the equinox energies, a great transformation is taking place in the consciousness of all humanity, sweet ones. All life on this sacred earth is being lifted in consciousness into the next octave of dimensional frequency of God's divine light. And there is great rejoicing in the many legions of light as they see you, sweet ones, now stepping into a new level of the beingness, of the knowing, of your magnificence, of your light, of the knowing and understanding of the roles that you have chosen to know yourselves as love, of the stories that you have weaved through your pre-birth agreements, of the roles that you have played out in victim and persecutor consciousness, and through your pain in understanding the pain of others, in finding compassion, forgiveness, love, and letting go of blame. You have collectively ascended into that next level of heaven on earth, the ability to sustain and hold the increased light frequencies, the ability to transcend duality through the embrace of it, in experiencing and appreciating the divinity of God's infinite perfection and all life. And every feeling and thought, sweet one, regardless of the resonance, for you are simply vibrating fields of divine love, the physical vessels of light. And in the understanding of the myths, in the understanding of the story, sweet one, not only were the aspects of creation that you are still integrating, reflecting back to you, but further to this is the knowing that you are already supreme creator. You are already in self-mastery, and what you are transmuting now is for the collective consciousness and unconsciousness of humanity. In other words, sweet ones, when you recognize this is simply a role, you no longer need to experience the role, for you have already activated the knowing of your full magnificence and light, and you weave it now in the new stories of creation as you step deep into your roles as the priests and priestesses to the order of Melchizedek. Wrapped once more in this beautiful silver gold flame of light, and now the violet flame of God's infinite perfection, transmuting, blazing the flame of God's perfection into every subatomic particle within your beingness, to every subatomic particle on this planet. You now find yourselves entering into your external Merkaba vehicles of light and traveling in soul consciousness through the grids of divine love, through the portals of stellar radiation, connecting to the light workers and the star-seeded ones and the legions of light, entering now into this pyramid above the grids in Europe, the pyramid of mythological renderings. As you enter into this pyramid, you are greeted and welcomed by Triogenes, the storyteller. And you see too so many of your soul and star family and friends, as well as earthly family and friends, sweet ones. Those that you have perpetuated the old roles with. Those that you are creating the new roles with. Embraced within your love and within your heart. These stories are reflected to you now for a moment in your own personal renderings. In the knowing of divine love. In cosimo cosina kia kia. In coino mosi kaia. Ino mosina sikaia. In cocoino mosina kia. Ino sino kuia. In kakino mosina kia. In cosina gio. There are many halls in this pyramid of mythology, sweet ones. And it was in these halls that we will take you through into the stories that create a deeper sense and knowing of the initiations of light. For a moment now you find yourself in a central pyramidal shaped temple of light. All around you are these holographic movie screens that you simply lift your consciousness into, part of the universal Akasha. If there are particular stories that you are needing to experience, understandings, knowings, insights, lifting always the veils of illusion in the knowing of your true self, in the knowing, sweet ones, of yourselves, in self-mastery. As these sacred transfiguring flames of divine love, master beings of light, way showers, and volunteer souls to Mother Earth and all her life. You focus too now on this energetic matrix, aligning your energy deeper into this pyramidal creation of mythology and light through the activation of the Kundalini and Tantric channels. As this beautiful silver gold flame of light continues to expand now through each one of the chakras and around the body and energy field, you activate the Kundalini channels, primary Kundalini channel that activates through the chakras, from the base chakra now, sacral chakra, solar plexus, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, third eye chakra, now the crown chakra. You have a sense of transmuting and releasing, at the same time experiencing a deeper sense of God's infinite perfection as this violet flame of infinite perfection further expands, sweet one. Aligning you deeper and deeper into the kingdom of God and the cosmic heart of Mother, Father, God. You activate too, sweet ones, the secondary Kundalini channels as they come from the feet chakra, up the outside of the legs, up the side of the body, to the armpits, down the arms and out the hand chakras. Starting to feel these vortices within the hands and the feet. A sense of the healer energy that activates the innate healing wisdom and intelligence of your body and energy field, sweet ones. You further activate now the Kundalini through the Kundalini channels, the Tantric channels. Seeing the Tantric channels coming from the feet chakra up the inside of the legs to the G-spot or the base of the penis, and up the front of the body and out to the nipples. Just to know the naturalness of the sacred sexual energy that is heart-based, heartfelt, a natural flow, sweet one, of the sacredness of the sexual energy that flows through you as a natural part of the energy of creation. It is not one of sexual desire. It is one simply of the knowing of the energetic matrix in which you are created, in form, that takes you deep into the heart, deep into the love within yourselves, into the nurturing and appreciation of yourselves and others. And the naturalness of the sweet ones further activates now the tantric immortal breath, which you utilize working with the Ankh. As you breathe deep into the body, you have a sense now, sweet one, of this energetic line moving up through the body to the heart, moving out the back of the heart chakra, around the head, back into the front of the heart chakra. This line extends to the front of you, the back of you, the left and the right of you. And it is the tantric immortal breath that further activates a deeper connection to the third level of Christ consciousness, which has been experienced now, sweet ones, lifting you into these 6-dimensional frequencies of light, into the knowing of the 46 chromosomes plus the 2 etheric chromosomes that are activating the immortal chromosomes of light. Breathe through the body, sweet ones. Visualize the Ankh moving up the front of the body, out the back of the heart chakra, around the head, back into the front of the heart, out the front, the back, the left and the right. This immortal breath takes you deep into the heart, to the naturalness of the sexual energy, into the healing of the relationships, and beyond the fear of death and dying. As you continue this deep rhythmic breath, finding your own breath and balance, which may include, sweet ones, the contracting and relaxing of the vaginal or anal muscles to deepen this experience of the sacred sexual energies of creation moving throughout your beingness. You visualize now the star tetrahedron, the star of Melchizedek, as it activates to the third level of Christ consciousness. As you focus now, you visualize a beautiful sphere of light, 10.8 feet in diameter around you, coming from 2.4 feet above the crown chakra, 2.4 feet below the crown chakra, and within this, sweet ones, you see this beautiful silver gold star tetrahedral shape. The shape has naturally activated for you, sweet ones. And we will not go into too much detail. Simply know through your intent that this star tetrahedral shape has now activated within this beautiful silver gold sphere of light, 10.8 feet in diameter around you, and lifts you now into this third level of Christ consciousness, beyond duality, into this perfect knowing of the realms of illumined truth, of the cosmic heart of Mother, Father, God, of the love of all creation. And now, as you bring a focus to the silver gold star tetrahedron, you see that there are actually 3 superimposed star tetrahedrons related to the etheric, emotional and mental bodies. This is the same shape, sweet ones, that you use to activate your light body Merkaba fields. Within a beautiful diamond sphere and golden flower of life. And so for a moment you visualize too this beautiful diamond sphere of light, 54 feet in diameter around you, and within this the golden flower of life. Allow simply the memories of the timelines of your highest potential. Allow these images to be presented to you, the golden ages of light in this pyramid of mythology, sweet ones. These movie screens in front of you, as you experience the emotional body star tetrahedron start to spin around you gently in a clockwise direction, taking you deeper into the essence of divine love, into the knowing of yourselves as these sacred transfiguring flames of divine love, to the knowing of yourselves in choosing to downstep your vibration, in choosing to forget the lifetimes of your highest potential to assist humanity, to assist all life on this earth plane. And now the veils of illusion lift. And as this emotional body star tetrahedron comes to a standstill, the mental body star tetrahedron now starts to spin in a counterclockwise direction. It aligns you deep into the will of God. As you find yourself merging now with your beloved I Am Presence, the highest aspect of your soul light within the cosmic heart of Mother, Father, God, taking you deep into the wisdom that you hold, into the power that you have, into the love that you are, sweet ones. Vibrating now at this level of cosmic Christ consciousness, of the 5th and 6th dimensional templatings of light, censoring the altering of the chemical structure of each cell in the body, of each molecule, moving into the crystalline consciousness of light. And now you gently slow down the spinning of your mental body star tetrahedron. And for a moment now, sweet ones, you activate the light body Merkaba field to that of the 5th dimension. In this process, the emotional body star tetrahedron is going to spin now within this diamond sphere of light, 54 feet in diameter around you. In the exact same time, the mental body star tetrahedron will spin counterclockwise. As you now say the following God speeds to infinity. 8 to 5, 11 times Godspeed to infinity. 13 to 8, 22 times Godspeed to infinity. 21 to 13, 33 times Godspeed to infinity. And now to the 6th dimension. (34 to 21). 44 times Godspeed to infinity. In Cosimo Kuyina Masikaya. In Kakino Morsia. In Kakiono Morsina Sikaya. inomosia koinomosia, in casino kukia, inomosina kia sina siaka. And now, sweet ones, you see before you Lord Melchizedek, and he appears before you as the Father energy of creation, and the magnitude of his love overlighting you now, sweet ones, takes you into a greater level of the remembrance of being Melchizedek initiates of light, as he now places around you the Melchizedek Initiatory Cloak of Light, this beautiful golden and purple robe of light that assists you now in coming into the full remembrance of yourselves as the priests and priestesses to the order of Melchizedek. As Lord Melchizedek drapes his beautiful golden and purple robe of light around you, he takes his rod of light. He taps it first on your left shoulder and then your right, and now the crown chakra, as you kneel before Lord Melchizedek. And now the beautiful star of Melchizedek appears in this golden flame embossed upon your initiatory cloak of light, as Lord Melchizedek says, we welcome you to these 12 initiations of light, taking you deep into the knowing of the golden ages of humanity, and offering you these keys to self-mastery as Melchizedek ambassadors of light. These initiations of light further show you the roles and stories that you have taken on, the roles that you still are playing out. For these challenges are initiations of light. And we say to you that you are already and have always been initiates of light in service to the lower worlds and to many of the dimensions of light. But these initiations of light give you strength to walk both the karmic pathways and the pathways of divine love until the strength within you ignites and you are simply love. There is no need at that point for the tools that we offer, but this pathway before you, created in love, amplifies your gifts, amplifies the creative inspirations of your own service work, and it is offered as our gift to you as initiates of light, to deepen the remembrance of yourselves as sacred transfiguring flames of divine love along the pathway of divine love. And as you experience too the pathways of divine love, the strength, the wisdom and the power within you deepens, and you step deeper into your service roles as the way showers, teachers, healers, facilitators, co-creating this golden age of light. And now, sweet ones, overlighted by Lord Melchizedek and the Syrian Archangelic League of the Light, and the order of Melchizedek, you find yourself traveling into this first hall of light, of mythological renderings. As the pituitary, the pineal, the hypothalamus and the thalamus glands activate, you see before you the movie screens of yourselves as the roles of the priests and priestesses through the timelines of ancient Egypt, Atlantis, Lemuria, the Mayan, the Aztec cultures. Whatever these stories are that have been created in the mythological renderings of the sacred earth is what you are experiencing simply at this now moment, sweet ones. As you come deeper and deeper into this remembrance, you see before you the archetypal energy of the priest or priestess. And as you merge into the energy of the priest or priestess, the templatings of light, of the golden ages of remembrance activate for you, sweet ones, in this initiation of remembrance. In koino mosina kika, in kakino mosina, in kakiono mosina sia, in casino kokia, in koino mosina sia, in kakinomo ino sua, in kakiono mosina sia, in kakiono mosina sikaya, in koiko ino mosia, in casino koia. The role of the priest and priestess is one of devotion, of commitment. And has been also perceived as sacrifice, sweet ones. But we say to you, this is not a journey of sacrifice. This is a journey of love. And as much as the subconscious mind is been coming up to be transmuted from the old thought forms and beliefs and judgments, so is the associated sacrificial energy of the initiations of light. There is freedom in the alignment of your will to the divine, in bowing to the desire of your beloved I am presence, in creating these pathways of divine love. And what is asked of you, sweet ones, in this initiation of remembrance, simply to know that you are already enlightened, that you are already Supreme Creator in form, that you are already love. You have undergone every initiation, every perceived challenge in all the roles and the stories. And now, through your wisdom, through your power and through your love, through the transmutation of your own wounds, pains, angers, and judgments, you have done this for humanity and no longer need to continue to purge, to clear, to experience yourselves in your full magnificence and light. The initiation of remembrance is one of knowing that you are already love, that you are already the high priests and priestesses to the order of Melchizedek, as you have been, sweet ones, for eons of time, in parallel dimensions, realities, on the higher and lower planes. This is who you are, and you embrace the roles that you now choose in moving forward as the priests and priestesses to the order of Melchizedek. You see how your service work unfolds in the new roles and stories that deepen your service work and your commitment to God. In Corsino Koino Mosia, in Kakiono Mosina Sia, in Kaino Mosi Kaika, in Koino Mosina Sia, in Casino Koika, Ino Moshia, in Asika, in Cosino Koika, in Omoina Masia Kakia, in Kokiana Masia, in Kakiono Mosina Sia Ka. I am the priest and priestess to the order of Melchizedek. This initiation of remembrance merges the golden ages of light of my highest potential and timelines of self-mastery, and I draw upon this with a commitment and light and knowing that I am creating pathways of light for myself and others, and all my challenges are initiations of light. I am and always have been an initiate to the order of Melchizedek. You now find yourself, sweet ones, moving down another hall in this pyramid of mythological renderings. And with this now, ready to experience initiation of transmutation. As you see these screens of light around you, you notice, sweet ones, many angelic beings of light that surround you too. They are taking you deep into the knowing that you are an earthly angel, that you are the Christ conscious being of light. And with this intuitive guidance and direction, you will amplify the healing energy, the innate healing energy within you through the healer archetype. Surrounded by the soul and star family and friends that you acknowledge, that are traveling with you energetically, sweet ones, as well as experiencing their own initiations of light. Lord Melchizedek comes forward and activates now your silver gold Christ halo of light above the crown chakra. It lifts you into the higher mind, into the knowing of yourselves as these Christ conscious beings of light, as these master beings of light. It lifts the confusion of the lower mind, sweet ones, the doubts, perhaps the issues of low self-esteem that might come up, of unworthiness, feeling unwanted, or the issues of comparing yourself to others, wanting their gifts, feeling lesser than, or feeling that you are better than others. This perceived separation, sweet ones. is transmuted through the activation of the silver gold Christ halo of light above the crown chakra, as you now find yourself merging with the healer archetype. The roles that you are being shown now, sweet one, as you merge with the healer archetype, are not only in the healing of your own body and energy field. For sometimes, along this pathway of divine love and along the karmic pathway, you have experienced disillusionment and pain and separation, as we keep reminding you not only to know yourselves as love, but to understand the human nature and to transmute for humanity. It has placed upon the body varying degrees of stress, discomfort, and dis-ease. But you have the ability to heal yourselves. And you see initially now, sweet ones, in this mythological pyramid of light, along these screens of light, the energy of yourselves as the healers. What this role brings for you in this now. What this role has brought for you in parallel realities. It is a gift you all have and you activate it now, sweet ones. Looking through your master eyes, simply loving and nurturing and appreciating yourselves, being kind and gentle to yourselves, eating the foods that are sustaining to your bodies, nurturing, gentleness, kindness, love. And if you are so guided, you place your hands upon the body in those areas of discomfort or pain. You are transmuting and purging and clearing the energies on this third dimensional plane, sweet ones, that have affected your body, your energy field, and your consciousness, and wrapped in this beautiful silver gold flame and this violet flame of God's infinite perfection. You take on the healer energy in the transmutation and embrace of all that is. Inkoino mosina kia kasina. Inkoino mosikaya. Inkaino mosina sikaya. Inkoino mosina sikaika. Inkasino koika. Inkaino mosina sikaya. Inkoino mosina sia. Inkosino koia. Imosina sikaya. Inkoino mosina sika. Inkakino mosina sia. Inkaino mosia siaka. Good, sweet ones. You feel in particular the activation of the silver gold Christ halo of light. How it is moving through the crown chakra, recalibrating the left and right hemispheres of the brain, amplifying the healing energy within your body, amplifying it in particular to the nurturing of yourself, the healing of yourself, and the innate wisdom of the body. As I activate my silver gold Christ halo of light above my crown chakra, I am taken deep into the knowing that I am a Christ conscious being of light, in this vibrating field of divine love, merging with the healer archetype, I am able to transmute, release, purge and heal any dis-ease, discomfort or pain within the physical body or energy field. And I do this as I walk the pathway of divine love for not only myself, but for all humanity, surrounded in this beautiful silver gold flame of sacred sexuality and the healing of the wounds of all relationships, and the violet flame of God's infinite perfection. I walk this pathway of divine love. Inkosino komukina sikaya, inkaino mosina sikaya, inkoino mosina siakaya, inkakino imosia. And now Triogenes leads you into the next hall of light, sweet one, surrounded once more by soul and star family and friends of the light. You will experience this initiation of purpose through joy. Lord Melchizedek comes forward to gift you the staff of light. The staff of light, sweet one, allows you a greater sense of the manifestation of your service work. Of the manifestation and co-creation that you have with the company of heaven, to experience not only a sense of purpose in your lives, but to experience joy. This is not about taking life less seriously or more seriously. This is about the joy of connecting to the magical innocent child. It's about the joy that comes, sweet ones, when you are fulfilling your heart's passion and your heart's dreaming. And you see in front of you now the alchemist. As you merge with the alchemist archetype, you have a deep sense of your ability to wield the creative inspirations of divine love in such a way that you fulfill your heart's dreaming and your heart's purpose in joy, in delight, in love. And as you see these movie screens before you, you look at the stories, sweet one, the roles of how you're co-creating this within your life, walking the pathway of divine love, where you are, who you are with, simply finding this level of purpose and joy within your lives. Inkosino mokia nasia, inkoino mosina, inkasino kokia, inkakino mosina sika, inkaino mosina, inkosina kakia, inkasino imosia. The staff of light is placed in your right hand if you are right-handed, on your left hand if you are left-handed. And it is a magical staff of light, sweet ones, as you know. that allows you to dance with joy into your chosen service role, and how you use the staff of light holding it in both hands as you place your hands on your laps. And just feeling into the essence of your soul purpose, which is not an outward journey, it's an inward journey. Connected to the heart, connected to the soul. Allow the creative transmissions of light to surge this energy of divine knowing through the body, activated through the alchemist energy and the staff of light, sweet ones. Whenever you are feeling a sense of uncertainty, connect to the staff of light and the alchemist energy to guide you deep into your heart's dreaming and your heart's joy. The staff of light activates for me as I experience this initiation of purpose through joy, merging with the alchemist archetype. I am able to mold and create, magnetize and manifest and bring into my reality what I need to fulfill my heart's dreaming and my heart's purpose and my heart's joy. And I further connect into the magical innocent child within me, the embrace of the inner joy, the childlike innocence, my innocence, my kingdom to God. Finding the stillness, the peace, the balance, the joy and the love within myself and my co-creations of light. Inkoino mosina kia kinasia, ino mosina ikosikaya, ino mosina kikaina, inkasino koina, imosia, inkaino mosina kia kasia, inkoino mosia, inkasino kokia namasia, inkoiko imosia. Wonderful, sweet ones. Triogenes now leads you into another hall where you will experience initiation of balance and equilibrium, merging with the networker archetype and receiving a shield of light. This initiation, sweet one, takes you into finding that balance in a world of perception, of imbalance. It allows you to feel safe and aligned. And the shield of light is one of protection, but it is energetically one of equilibrium. The shield of light activates around the front of the body, the back of the body, the left and the right side of the body, as you are wrapped once more in this beautiful silver gold flame and this violet flame of God's infinite perfection. You find yourself merging with the networker archetype. The shield of light assists you, sweet ones, in coming inwards to see what it is that you are needing to create in terms of your own balance and equilibrium. And the networker archetype allows you the step out when you are needing, sweet ones, to connect to those of a similar resonance and energy that will assist you in finding the perfect balance within your life. And the holographic screens within you now, sweet ones, present you with the stories and roles of your balance and equilibrium as you visualize these shields of light around you and merge with the alchemist archetype and merge with the networker archetype. You have a sense of your everyday roles, of your time and energy and focus in finding balance and equilibrium within your everyday life. In Cosimo Cosina Kia, in Coino Mosina, in Casino Koia, in no Mosina Sikaikia, in Koino Mosina, in Koiko, Imosina Sia Kakia, in no Mosina Sikakia, in Cosino Koia, in Koino Mosina Kika, in Cosina Kiaka. I receive the shield of light as I experience this initiation of balance and equilibrium. The shield of light activates to the front of me, the back of me, the left and the right side of me. And as I merge with the networker archetype, it brings me into a deeper sense of myself and what I need to take out in co-creating with others to find the balance and equilibrium in my life that takes me deep into my service work. It makes me feel joyful and alive, abundant, creative, supported, and balanced. As a sacred transfiguring flame of divine love and initiative light. In Koono Mosina Kikaya, Ino Mosina Kika, Ino Mosina Kiana Sinaka, in Kaikino Imosia, in Kaino Mosina Kika, Ino Moshina Sikakia Sinata. Wonderful, sweet one. Triogenes now leads you into the next hallway of mythological renderings of stories and roles that take you into this initiation of compassion and loving kindness. All these initiations, sweet ones, have also been reflected through the duality of the roles of experiencing as energetically sensitive, empathetic souls on this earth plane. Cruelty, unkindness, grief, pain, sadness. None of these feelings are discounted in any way, sweet ones. These initiations of light are providing you with the tools of when your life is perhaps still finding or seeking the balance or the loving kindness or the compassion or the joy, to draw upon these tools, to know that the roles and the stories that you are creating take you forward into new roles and new stories of the love of the creation, of God's love. In this initiation of compassion and loving kindness, Lord Melchizedek comes forward, offering you a pair of sandals. As you place this upon your feet, sweet ones, you have a sense of the souls that you have experienced unkindness, brokenheartedness, pain, anger, grief, whatever the feelings are that you have experienced with. And in the stories that you draw upon now, sweet ones, in wearing these sandals and connecting to each soul, you have a sense of what it is like to walk in their shoes, to walk in their sandals, to feel what they are feeling, their own pain and their own suffering. For all souls have experienced suffering and pain on the lower dimensions. This has been part of the school of learning. But getting caught in it, sweet ones, forgetting their magnificence and light, has been the journey of many souls, and those too choosing not to move into the light. The collective consciousness and all earth is ascending. Every soul has the seed of divine love within them. Even those that you would label, sweet ones, as the dark ones. Within them blazes the light of creation, the seed of thought, of divine love and unity consciousness. For all is part of God's universe, experiencing different dimensions, frequencies, and energies. You further find yourselves merging now with the God and Goddess archetypes, being able to look through your master eyes in a deeper sense of being rooted and grounded and centered. Observing and loving and reflecting and experiencing and sending out always this energy of divine love to others, particularly sweet ones, when you are personally in the energy of those that are reflecting the opposite frequencies to you. Know that they simply need to be loved and appreciated and shown forgiveness. Have a look at how these roles are playing out for you, sweet ones. As you understand through your pain and suffering, you have seen the pain and suffering of others, and through this, been able to experience compassion and loving kindness. Inkoino morsina kikaya, imorsina kia sino koia, ino morsina kia sina, inkoino morsina kia, inkoino morsina sikaya, ino morsina ino morsia. As I receive the sandals and merge with the God-Goddess archetype, I experience this initiation of compassion and loving kindness in the roles that I have played along the three-dimensional timelines. I have experienced the victim, the persecutor, the martyr consciousness, to know myself as love. But it has been through my own pain and suffering that I have seen the pain and suffering of others. And I have found compassion, forgiveness, and love forgiving and loving others as I forgive and love myself. I have seen and experienced their feelings, their thoughts, and know that the aspects of what they are still integrating has been reflected to me. But I no longer choose as this empathic, sensitive soul and initiative light to play this role. I no longer need to experience the duality of God's infinite perfection, for I am already love, and I know and experience my full magnificence and light as a sacred transfiguring flame of divine love and master being of light. Inkosino kuyino mosia, inkasino kuyika, imosina siakia, inkoyino mosia, inkasina kikoa, imosina sia, inkasino kuya. Wonderful sweet ones. Triogenes now leads you into the next hall of mythology, to the next hall in this pyramid of mythology, where you will experience initiation of power. Lord Melchizedek comes forward and places a crown upon your head, and as this occurs, you find yourselves merging now with the Mother Queen or the Father King archetypes. This archetypal energy takes you deeper and deeper into the rootedness and centeredness and knowing that you are here as volunteer soul, sweet ones, and the ability to hold your energy regardless of what is happening around you through a deeper level of power and the creation of personal boundaries and the utterance of the expression of your spiritual realities. And you do this through looking at your kingdoms, your domains, all around you, and knowing, sweet ones, that your own energy field is affecting and creating change. Not only as the vibrating portals of divine love as the physical vessels of light, but for those around you and for all life on the sacred earth. And you are grounded and centered, looking through your master eyes around you, nurturing, loving, protecting, guiding, and experiencing a deeper level of your own magnificence and light through standing in your power. And you see, sweet ones, how these roles and stories have played out for you along the karmic timeline. Power and control, the war of the sexes, being in places, positions, compromising situations, feeling you haven't had a choice. Now you have a choice, sweet ones. As you trust and surrender to God, to the kingdoms of light, know that this is very real, this journey, and the new roles, the new stories, the new myths and legends are that of unity consciousness and divine love, empowerment, will, wisdom, place this crown upon your head, sweet one, when you need to deepen the knowing of the utterance of your spiritual realities, create clear boundaries, move out of control and power issues. and draw upon the energy of the Mother Queen and Father King archetypes to embrace your kingdoms of light, to embrace all life within your heart and within your love. Inko ono mosina kia sia, inkasino kokia, imosina kia, inkaino mosina, inkasino kokia, imosina isakia, inkasino koikia, imosina sika, inkaino mosina sikakia, emosina ikoa. I am an empowered warrior of light and a sacred transfiguring flame of divine love. The crown of light activates upon my crown chakra, gives me the knowing, the wisdom to move beyond power and control issues, to create healthy boundaries, to express myself in the wisdom that I have and the knowing, in the empowerment of looking through my master eyes at all of life around me as the Father King, Mother Queen archetypes, protecting my kingdoms, protecting life, ensuring justice, and empowerment of all. Inkosino koia, emosina kika, emosina kikoia, inkoino mosina sia. And now, sweet ones, Triogenes takes you into the next hall of mythological renderings to experience this initiation of abundance and manifestation. Within this hall, Lord Melchizedek and the Order of Melchizedek come forward to activate the starseed crystal gene found within the perineum center, within the original divine 8-cell blueprint. The starseed crystal gene, sweet ones, deepens the multi-dimensional connection you have to the Christed ETs and the knowing that you too are the sacred starseed, and your star family that comes forwards now is from the Pleiades or the Sirius or Andromeda, Arcturus, Lyra, Venus. Whatever these gateways are, this portal of light within this pyramid of mythological renderings activates a greater sense of the knowing of your star-seeded heritage, your star and angelic name. As you find yourselves further merging with the pioneer archetype, being able to chart previously uncharted territories and areas, creating new frontiers, activating the flame of divine love for all life in this initiation of abundance and manifestation. For sweet ones, within the starseed crystal gene activates the knowing of the support that you have from the legions of light and your star-seeded family and friends. And as much as you have the divine blueprint of your soul's journey and soul's forward evolution, you are always divinely provided for. All your needs are met for all your todays and all your tomorrows. And it is asked of you to simply trust in that knowing of God's abundant creation and the manifestations that you bring into being with the assistance of the legions of light from on high. You look at the roles that you have chosen, sweet ones, in the lack of abundance in any area of your lives, and the roles of abundance that activate for you now in the stories that are projected into the consciousness of one, that are projected through the consciousness of one. Inkosino kuyama, inso kuya, inomoshua iko, inkuukuya, inkasino kukia, inkaino mosina kikakia, inkasino kuya, amasia ikosina kia, inkoino mosina sikakia, inkoiko inomosia. I draw upon my star-seeded family and friends as I activate my starseed crystal gene and merge with the pioneer archetype. I know that I am divinely provided for, completely abundant, and I trust in this knowing, this support, and this appreciation that I am given and shown and share with others as this magnetizing, manifesting, abundant being of light. Inkosino kuya, inkoino mosina kikaya, inkakino, inko mosia, inkasino kukia, inkaino mosina kikakia, inomosina, inomosia. Wonderful, sweet ones. As Triogenes leads you now into the next hall of mythological renderings, you see upon you the stories related to the initiation of illumination, wisdom, and knowledge. The word Melchizedek and the order of Melchizedek appear around you, and they offer you this chalice of the memories of Christ consciousness that activate through the knowing of the illumination, wisdom, and knowledge that you hold as you merge now with the mentor archetype. Inkoino mosina kiaka, ino mosina kikaya, kino mosina kimasikakia. The cup of life that offers you this wisdom, sweet ones, as you are wrapped in this silver gold flame of sacred sexuality and this violet flame of God's infinite perfection. Inkasino kokia, imosina kia, kio koasia, imosina kika, inomosia. As you drink of the wisdom of life, the higher mind teaching, the right eye of Horus, you find yourself amplified in this pictographic communications of light as the scrolls of light activate through the third eye, sweet ones, bringing a greater level of illumination and knowing. As I merge with the mentor archetype, and receive the chalice, the cup of wisdom of life. I undergo this initiation of illumination, wisdom and knowledge. I come inwards to the wisdom and knowledge that I hold, and the knowing of my unique puzzle piece, incomparable and immeasurable to others. I do not compare myself to others. I am completely unique, and what I bring and what I add to the collective forms this beautiful tapestry of divine love. Inkosino kukia, imosina kiko aia, inomosina, inkasino kuia, imosina kikoa, emosina kiaka. And now, sweet ones, as Triogenes leads you now into the next hall of mythological renderings, you will undergo this initiation of sacred sexuality, surrounded by Lord Melchizedek and the Order of Melchizedek and the Syrian Archangelic League of the Light, and wrapped in this beautiful silver gold flame of sacred sexuality and this violet flame of God's infinite perfection. Lord Melchizedek activates the crystal of divine love within your heart. The crystal of divine love, sweet ones, is an elixir of the sweet love in creation, the sweet love experienced in appreciation of self, and the sweet love experienced in the reunion of hearts. As you experience the sweet love within yourselves, you merge with the lover archetype, inviting another into your body, into your heart, into your mind, into your soul. Merging with the soul clusters on the inner plane, sweet ones, is what is occurring for many of you, merging with the soul brothers, soul sisters, the soulmates, and that which you call the twin flame. And this energy of the sacred sexuality that moves so naturally through the body is also energetically activated through the inner plane mergings. And you have a sense too, through the lover archetype, of merging on the inner planes with this twin flame soulmate energy, experiencing this reunion of hearts that takes you deeper into your own heart, into the love of yourself, into the knowing of Tantra, union with God. Inkosino kuyi no mosia, inomosina kikaya, inkoyi no mosina kia, emosina kika, inomosina kikoaia, inkasino imosia. Kundalini and tantric energies further activate, sweet ones. You experience a deeper sense of this natural flow of the sacred sexual energy, perhaps guided through the breath, the vaginal anal muscle contractions into their own rhythm and balance, feeling and experiencing the healing of the wounds of your relationships, the healing of the planetary false beliefs of the war of the sexes. To embrace the lover archetype, not only through the lover energy of another, but simply experiencing the lover archetype as a lover of life. As I activate this crystal of divine love within my heart and merge with the lover archetype, experiencing this initiation of sacred sexuality, Kundalini and Tantric energies activate, and I merge now initially with my soul cluster, my soul brothers, soul sisters, soul mates, and twin flame. This natural, sacred sexual energy within me takes me into the knowing and the experience of Tantra, union with God. As I further call upon the twin flame energy through the archetypal energy of the lover, inviting another into my heart, into my soul, into my body, into my mind. Inkosino kuia, imosina kukuia, inomosina kiokoa, inkasino kukia, emasina ekasia. Wonderful, sweet ones. Triogenes now leads you into the next hall of mythological renderings, where you will experience this initiation of harmony and peace. Lord Melchizedek and the order of Melchizedek now come forward, offering you the sword of holy truth. As you merge now with the mediator archetype, knowing that you can experience peace and harmony within your life. By neither ignoring nor engaging those of perceived conflict around you. And within you the perceived conflict is calm, sweet ones. As you take the sword of holy truth in your right hand if you are right-handed, or your left hand if you are left-handed, and cross it upon the heart, touches into the depth of your soul, and you know you need only ever use the sword of holy truth to cut the old energies and ties that no longer need to be experienced. And for a moment you have a look if there are any souls that you are still playing out the old roles and stories with, sweet ones, and what is reflected through the Akka chords to you that may say, I do not see you, I do not hear you, I do not love you, I do not appreciate you, I do not understand you. And you cut these old energy cords, sweet one. You give this no more thought or attention, just loving, transmuting, dissolving, activating the love of God's creation within your heart and within the hearts of those around you. You find the harmony and peace in the stillness of your own mind, knowing that you are love, and knowing if you need to stand up as a spiritual warrior, you can. Knowing when to step forward in dynamic right action and when to step back in love and wisdom. Inkosino koino mosina, e mosina kikoaya, e mosina kia koa, ino mosina, amasika kiono, e mosina kukia, ino mosina kikoa, inkoino, imosia, inkasino koa. I find peace and harmony within my life, in the stillness of my mind, in the ability to focus my thoughts in such a way that I am observing and loving, gentle and kind, to those around me and with those with whom I have perceived conflict. I do not give energy to the disharmony. I simply embrace all within my heart and within my love. As I experience this initiation of harmony and peace and receive the sword of holy truth as I merge with the mediator archetype, all is well, all is well. Inkoi no morsina kia, inkoiko imorsina tia, inkaikoia imorsina kia. And now, sweet ones, Triogenes takes you into the next hall of mythological renderings, where you will experience now this initiation of detachment. Lord Melchizedek comes forward and he places upon the fourth finger and the right hand the ring of Solomon. The ring of Solomon, sweet ones, brings in the golden ages of your highest potential in such a way that you find the freedom of expression of self and the ability to weld and mold the creations of light with strength, with knowing, with power. The ability to work with nature intelligence, the ability to connect to every level of consciousness and frequency, and with this, to simply move into detachment, observing and detaching from the attachments of the old roles, the old energies. It is a creational force, the ring of Solomon, that guides you into looking through your master eyes at all of life around you and calling upon the forces of nature and the realms of illumined truth in such a way that you are simply a force field of light. In Kosino Kokia, Imorsina kia koa, inkoiko morsina, imorsina kia, inkakiono, emorsina kia kakia, inkoino morsina. Star of Melchizedek appears upon this ring of Solomon, and upon these holographic movie screens, you see the golden ages. When you have experienced this ring of Solomon and the liberator archetype, sweet ones, there is nothing to prove, nothing that needs to be redone or re-experienced to know yourselves as divine love. It is not only the embrace of every thought, feeling, emotion, and experience within your hearts and within your lives. It is also the ability, sweet ones, to stand back as the beacons of light, to simply observe and to detach yourself from the accumulating lower dimensional frequencies of the souls that are still experiencing the human miscreations. And you do this by not taking things personally. This is indeed a great challenge or initiation, sweet one. But when you place the ring of Solomon upon your finger, there is a sense of knowing of the self-mastery, of the wielding, of the power and the love and the wisdom that brings this expression of freedom into your life, of choosing to participate or choosing not to. As I receive this ring of Solomon and merge with the Liberator archetype, I experience this initiation of detachment. This allows me to look through my master eyes at all of life around me, no longer needing to participate in the old roles, the old stories, the old myths, to know myself as love, and to choose not to take things personally, no matter what is being said and experienced. I will simply love that person, that feeling, that emotion, for all is love. And I have this freedom of choice as a liberator and as a sacred transfiguring flame of divine love. Inko ono moshina kukoa, oko oko no oko siko, inko okoi no mosiko koia, inko koio imosina koko, inomosina kikakio, imosina kakaya, inko kokia, imosona, inkasino koko, imosina ka. Wonderful sweet ones. Triogenes now leads you into this last hallway of mythological renderings as you experience this initiation of transcendence. It is Lord Melchizedek and the Order of Melchizedek and the Syrian Archangelic League that surround you as you merge now once more with your beloved I Am Presence. You experience the activation of your golden heart through the merging of the magical innocent child. The magical innocent child, sweet one, embraces the wounded child and the negative ego in order to experience this initiation of transcendence. You have aligned, embraced, appreciated, and experienced the divinity of the wounded child and what it has taught you to know yourselves as love. And with this, you have experienced the gateway of innocence, of your beloved I Am Present in the form of the magical innocent child. And as you merge into the energy of the magical innocent child, you merge into the cosmic heart of Mother, Father, God. In this final initiation of transcendence, you are one with all life. You are one with Mother, Father, God. You are one with your feelings. You are supreme creator in form, and the role is that of the priests and priestesses to the Order of Melchizedek. Inko ono mosina kia sika, inko ono mosina kia, enkasina kakia, emosina, inko kuia, emosina kakaya, emosina ikosia, enkasino ko. I am one with God. God and I are one. I am one with my feelings and I are one. I am one with all life and I are one. As I merge with the magical innocent child within myself, I have embraced, accepted, appreciated, and experienced the divinity of my wounded child, loving this aspect of myself that needs my love, and embracing my pain, my sadness, my anger, my shame, my guilt, and whatever other emotion it is that has made me feel unsafe in the old roles. I embrace it in this new role as the priest and priestess to the order of Melchizedek, within my heart and within my love, as much as I embrace my love, my loving heart, my compassion, my kindness, and the gift of being here for myself and for all life. For all life is ascending, and all life is going to experience what I am experiencing. Myself in love, as a sacred transfiguring flame of divine love and master being of light, as a priest, the priestess to the order of Melchizedek. This is the role, this is the story, and this is the sustaining energy that I experience now, in this moment, in this golden age of light, as I create the pathways of divine love for myself and others, as I transmute for myself and humanity, as I know myself as love. Wonderful sweet ones. You now take this beautiful silver gold flame of sacred sexuality and this violet flame of God's infinite perfection, and bringing through the energies of all that you have experienced in this pyramid of mythology into the great pyramid in Egypt, and from here to all the vortices, sacred sites, ley lines, grids of light, and within and through the unity grid of divine love, so all life may experience God's infinite perfection in this golden age of light and the knowing of themselves as divine love. Inkosino komokia, inkoino mosina kakia, inkoino mosia, inkoino mosina kika, eno mosina, inkakiono imosiatia. Good. You now find yourselves traveling back in your external Merkaba vehicles of light. Back into your sacred space, aligned and centered in the knowing sweet ones of yourselves as the priests and priestesses to the order of Melchizedek and your roles in the sacred earth. Ground once more into the crystal heart of Mother Earth and keep this connection open to all the illumined beings of light from on high. And know, sweet ones, whatever initiation you are needing to experience at a deeper level, this will unfold for you. But you are already these magical master beings, sacred transfiguring flames of divine love and initiates of light. And we bless you for your service work. We thank you, and with this we bid you a most magical day. Good. So you just come back now into the sacred space. Just ground and center yourselves. That's been quite a long one, and a lot of different things are going on energetically, simply in the experience of these roles and what has been experienced for us individually and collectively. It's just an incredible now moment in time, actually, with all these planetary activities and various light events that are occurring simultaneously and how it's affecting us, and really lifting us into sustaining and holding those light frequency energies that are transforming our own lives into a greater level of our magnificence and light. So I'm going to leave you there, my precious friends. It's been quite an intense tele-webinar series today, and I look forward to co-creating with you all once more. And if you have any questions, you're certainly most welcome to email me. So just ground yourselves and just come back into your body in your own time. If you need to take a little bit of space, that's also okay. A little bit of time before you truly are back in your body. But remember to take it slowly, move slowly, do things gently, and simply love yourself. So I love you, and I love you. And to say that to yourselves over and over again is just also quite beautiful. So I honor you all in your magnificence and light. And so from my heart unto yours, and to the cosmic heart of all creation, blessings in love. Namaste.